Hi Pisces, this is going to be a general reading for your sign between the week of the 29th to the 4th of January. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Also, all my readings are timeless, so if you stumble across one of my videos and it's not in the time frame stated in the title, then it means it's for your next 7 days starting from tomorrow. So let's begin. I'm getting this very heavy energy from you Pisces. You're feeling a bit weighed down, feeling like an anchor in the water. It's because of your circumstances and decisions you're having to make during this week. I don't know why I'm getting like you're like in a hangman position in the water, or being like the anchor in the water, unable to move, unable to do anything. You're going for a pause this week. But I'm not seeing you as the hangman, I'm seeing you as an anchor in the water, in that same energy. You're in this position so you can gain new perspectives about your life, new perspectives of what you're able to do. Because you have this bad habit to go along with, straight away go along with what you're feeling. You have this bad habit of going just straight away, like not waiting a bit. You have this bad habit of going straight away once you feel something. And so you're in this position where you can't move. It's like a heavy anchor and you're not able to move. You feel like this anchor, you feel very weighed down. It's very heavy energy. At first I thought it was something that's weighing you down, but you're being weighed down here by the universe so that you can feel what you're feeling when the situation becomes weird to you, but you're also meant to go to the next stage of seeing what happens with certain situations, rather than jumping to a conclusion of this is this and that is that, and this must be like this and this must be like that, which is a bad habit of yours that you do. You jump to conclusions without seeing things for what they actually are. So you're feeling like an anchor, not knowing that you are an anchor in the water, but you just feel like you can't move. You're restricted here. You can't do anything. You can't even do this sort of shaking. You can't do it. And it's the experiences you're going through this week. The universe is intentionally putting you in this position so you can see situations and you can see things from a different perspective. See how your life is meant to unfold. You keep trying to force a narrative in your life. You keep trying to swim a certain direction, and you're being tasked to just watch other people swim. You're seeing fishes, you're seeing people as fishes, and you're like being tasked to watch how people swim and where it leads them to, whether it leads them to success or whether it leads them to destruction this week. So the reason you're in this position is to gain a betterment of understanding of which direction you actually want to go into. I'm hearing you have a shallow understanding of things. You have a shallow understanding of things. Like you don't really spend too much time trying to figure out stuff that are actually quite important for you to figure out and figure whether they're good or not. Like you're being almost taught by the universe here how to spend more time in making decisions rather than jumping and assuming things and presuming things, because you've encountered something before, you've not encountered something before, or just just whatever it is, the reason, whatever the reason is, you jump to conclusions, and it's not good for you. It's actually been bringing you harm. But you, it's been keeping you in the same cycles. By you, but having this, assuming um, you know everything sort of attitude, you've been sabotaging yourself from having blessings. And so the universe is putting you in this position, and you're under the water, so you might be around a lot of water signs here this week, wherever you are. And you're unable to move. You're going to feel like people are going to say stuff to you, and you're not going to be able to react. You're going to feel like a stone. And you might realize after they've said something to you, it's going to click onto you that, oh, someone said so and so. You don't have a mental illness or something, but you're intentionally being put like this by the universe, so that you can just observe what's going on, so you can be in an observer mode. There's a lot of wisdom to be gained from this week by you being in this position, and new perspectives and a new insight into the way you want to live. You're struggling to get out of certain situations. You're struggling to improve your life. You're struggling to find a way out. The reason why you're struggling to find a way out is because you keep doing the same things. You keep going towards the same types of people. You keep going, and frequenting the same types of places. You're keeping yourself in the same cycles by not allowing yourself to do something different. I'm hearing you're unblocking yourself here this week from happiness and truth. Your truth. You're unblocking yourself from your truth today. Not today, maybe today. But this week in general, you're going to be blocking yourself. You might be unblocking yourself from truth today while you're watching me. Because you're doing things that are not in your truth, and you're not able to get out because you're so caught up in those cycles. It's like, the more you cycle, the more a whirlpool is created. When a whirlpool is created, it just sucks everything down. So that's what's happened basically. You've been running. You're in a whirlpool, and so the universe is coming in and like attaching like a shackle to your leg and just pulling you straight down to the seabed. Is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, and you feeling like an anchor, unable to move, unable to do anything. Obviously, you're water sign, so you can breathe underwater, and you're just watching like people go past. People just see you as an anchor, but you're not able to see you as a person. And everybody else is fishes. You're looking at fishes. This is all spiritual, of course, in the spiritual realm. So you must be around a lot of water signs this week, and you're just watching how things play out for them. You're not allowed to be involved in any kind of way in any of the outcomes here, or any of the situations, or determining the outcomes. Anything you say to people will be blocked by the universe. The universe is showing you something for a reason, because you have the answer within, but you're just not trusting it. You're just not looking. You're just not able to see, because you're so focused on what's next, what's next, what's next. And it's a bad attitude to have. It's a bad thing to have. So that is blocking you from actually being happy. And if this continues, it's going to get worse and worse. And you're going to be in a state of like just this whirlpool of negativity that you may or may not be able to get out of. You might have permanent mental health issues, whoever you are. So the universe is making you watch, and you're being encouraged to watch other people. And by you doing so, you're going to gain knowledge, you're going to gain wisdom, you're going to gain understanding, great understanding of what the universe is, what the universe wants from you at this time, what your soul wants from you at this time. The universe is only guiding you to what your soul wants at this time. And so you're going to understand this, what your soul is asking you to do and live, how to live by, what characteristics you need to embody moving forwards as you're watching other people. Like you're learning from people in real time of like what's good and what's not good and what works and what doesn't work. And some of the people that you're looking at that are failing, they're gonna have some similarities to you. You're gonna notice some similarities, and the people that are succeeding, you're gonna learn from and take notes. And these are people already in your life. They could be friends, they could be colleagues, workers, co-workers, like just people just you could even just know them a little bit, but you're seeing things, you're being made to watch people this week without intervening. Even if you say something to people, they're just going to brush off whatever you're saying. The universe is making you like this anchor to people, that people are not going to feel the words you're saying, and you're feeling slow yourself this week, very slow. In your mind you're very quick, but actually being able to do it physically, you're going to be very slow. Very interesting. The universe is teaching you something, because you're very intelligent, but you just like to jump a lot. You just like to be quick and to the next one, to the next one. Like you not jump a lot, but you like to assume a lot. You assume too much. You assume too much, and you presume too much. You judge the book by its cover, when sometimes the story could be amazing, but the cover's all tattered, and so you skip the story, and so you're stagnating yourself from reading a good story, reading a good book, by just judging the book by its cover. And so the universe is teaching you that basically you need to drop this, because you're harming yourself here at this time from truly having what you want from life, because you're so busy fixated on how things look rather than how things are. And this is the problem. So let's jump into your reading and see what else is going on for you here this week, and how things are going to play. It's a very interesting energy of you being trapped underwater by the universe. And the universe isn't trying to drown you. You can breathe. You're fish. You can breathe underwater, but you're looking like an anchor to everybody, which is quite interesting. It's like a big ship anchor that I was seeing, like from a big ship, like a huge anchor. So it's like and those are really heavy, and so you can't move as a result. So your current energy is you're having some kind of breakthrough in regards to your purpose. You've been working on something, trying to figure out what your purpose is, and you're having some breakthrough here at this time in regards to whatever this purpose is. It's like this wave has been washing over you. The tsunami has come out of nowhere and basically washing over you here. And you've been waiting for this sort of breakthrough within your purpose that's allowing you at this time to be very motivated, to be focused, and you're feeling very successful. It's like you're driven on a mission because of this breakthrough that you've just had, and this is making you feel very much so in this energy of the sun, of like feeling joy, feeling delight, feeling positive energy, feeling warmth, feeling youthfully exuberant. So it's a very good energy for you here. It's like you've been heeding the call where your soul has been calling you, and now you're finally getting this breakthrough before the week begins, and which is making you very motivated and focused, and it's like you're again driven on a mission to continue moving forwards. So that's your current energy at this time. Your theme for the week is the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands for your theme is basically saying that if you have, by the way, if you have Cancer in your chart, I would say you should watch Cancer's reading. If not, don't worry about it. But this week is going to feel like, because they had a similar theme, but this theme of Five of Wands is going to be about conflict around you, disagreements. You know, if people, you feel like people are opposing you in some kind of way, or just situations are opposing you, you know, just pure chaos. So the experiences you're going through this week are going to feel quite chaotic. And here in the Five of Wands, he's the one maker, and he's basically trying to convince his community that his wands can be used for good. And so they turn on him and they say, you know, wands, he's a liar, and wands are used for evil, and you know, they try to beat him up, and he's defending himself from four other people here. You know, and he's managed to successfully, in the Six of Wands, convince them that, you know, that his wands are actually that actually good, and so they end up believing him. But they do fight him at first, and you know, he's having to defend himself at this point in time from people, even though he knows he's right and he knows they're wrong, but he's still having to defend himself. Jumping into the week between Monday and Wednesday, you're in this energy of the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles here is basically you feeling like, well, this has been clarified first of all by the Hermit. So this basically means that, you know, you've been doing some soul-searching, some introspection, some self-examination, and now you're at a point where you're leading with your inner guidance in regards to situations that you're going through within your life at this time, particularly between Monday and Wednesday, of where you're feeling out of balance, where you're feeling like you're having to juggle situations. And so your inner guidance is bringing you to a point within your physical reality of helping you get through it. So it's your inner guidance now. The inner guidance is your heart. In the lantern, he's got his heart. It's a shape of a star, and the star is representative of the heart. It's the meeting point of the three lower chakras and the three upper chakras, and it forms a star. And so you are at this point within time, you know, bringing balance and harmony into your life through your inner guidance, through what you've been through and learning about yourself, about who you are. The Hermit, he goes on a deep journey. He climbs up a mountain, and as he climbs up the mountain, he realizes he hasn't learned anything from this part of his journey, so he decides to carry on climbing. And so as he climbs up, ends up climbing up another mountain, and this mountain is way more treacherous than the first, and it's, you know, the rock is very jagged, and it's brittle. The ice is very brittle. His teeth start to chatter from the cold, and his fingertips start to bleed. His fingers start to bleed, and you know, his clothes all become grey and matted. He starts off with very flamboyant clothing, and you know, as he gets to the top of this new mountain, he's like, "What's the point of me coming here? There's nothing but just, you know, a sleet of ice on the top." He looks around himself and he sees a hole in the wall. He goes through this hole in the wall and he finds this cloak, staff, and this lantern. The cloak keeps him warm from the environment, makes him feel comfortable. The walking stick obviously helps him walk, and the lantern helps illuminate his way. Now, what he does at this point in time is he sits in the cave and he allows his mind to wander so that he can gain some sort of answer, some sort of idea of what he needs to do next in his journey. And so he allows his mind to wander, and by doing so he gains the solutions. And this is what you're doing here between Monday and Wednesday. You're allowing your mind to wander, to give yourself some solutions into what's next. You're not trying to force anything to happen. You're allowing your life to unfold as it needs to unfold. Here in the Two of Pentacles, he juggles these. He has one pentacle. He juggles one pentacle into two pentacles, which is kind of like letting things unfold. And as you let things unfold, there will be some sort of opportunity. Here's what I'm feeling very strongly: opportunity for you to upgrade your life in some kind of way. You're going to manifest some kind of opportunity that's going to be abundant here between Monday and Wednesday, by you tapping into allowing your mind to wander. Maybe in a meditative state, or just as you are laying down or sitting down or whatever, just allow your mind to wander and see where it takes you. You have all the answers within, and trust that. And so, you know, you're bringing some balance and you're finding your footing here as you're juggling things around within your life. You're finding that you've got more stability, more balance, and more harmony. So between Wednesday and Friday, we are in the energy of the Six of Swords. So between Wednesday and Friday, you're going through a transition, a release. And what this is a release of is being clarified by the King of Wands. So this release has basically got to do with your new opportunities and ideas. This is for new energy to come in, basically. So this is for new energy to come in a nutshell. And so the King of Wands here, clarifying the Six of Swords, means that you now have vision of your life. You're now able to see where your life is going, where you've been, what was the reason of going through what you've been through in the recent past, why you've gone through some hard situations, just in life in general, like why you've been through some hardships, why you've been through things the way that you have been. And the reason is so that you can come to a point now and take leadership of your life, so you can be the authority in your life. Like, you had to go through these situations in order to maintain your integrity. Sorry if you heard me coughing, by the way. I'm a bit ill. I mean, I'm getting better. I should be better by next week, but yeah. Sorry about it if you hear me coughing. And so the King of Wands here is basically, you managing to keep your integrity, your understanding that your integrity is the most important thing. You've been through lessons of understanding your worth, of understanding who you are in a bigger context, and you've had to learn basically, like, about your self-worth as well. And so now you're at a position where you've maintained your integrity, but now you have the vision of why you had to maintain your integrity. It involves your purpose here, and it's part of your purpose that you need to maintain your integrity whatever you're doing. It's very important for you to maintain that integrity, because it's going to allow you to take whatever you're doing to the next level in many ways. But you're now at this position where you have vision, and so this healing is allowing your vision to become even more clearer, your integrity to become even more resound, of you knowing exactly who you are. So this is a transition time for you, from transitioning from hardship is what I'm hearing, less than, and hardship, to abundance and more than. This is what this transition is. Like, you're able to see, like, why you've been healing, why you've been releasing. You can see it now. You could, between Wednesday and Friday, and you're still going through it. It's the combination of it here between Wednesday and Friday, of why you've been going through what you've been going through. It's the culmination of it. So you're very spiritually protected at this time, as you're going through this sort of transition. And seeing a lot of personal growth here on the other side of it, embodying, allowing new opportunities and ideas to come into your life. It's interesting here because obviously between Wednesday and Friday, you're embracing this, and as I say, it's allowing new opportunities and ideas in. And then between Friday and Sunday, here they are, and they're coming in. You can see he's got the wand here, but the wand's not colored. Oh well, you can't see it because it's black and white, but here the wand is colored. All of these branches are different colored, and it's the same wand. So it's basically saying to me that these opportunities and ideas are coming here straight after you've done this healing that you're doing. That is, so this whole point of this healing is so that new opportunities and ideas can come in, growth can come in, creativity can come in, and also inspiration. And so this healing is culminating, is finishing up here between Wednesday and Friday, that you've been going through for a while now, for most of this year. And this healing that you've been going through most of this year has been very significant in allowing you to be more connected to your integrity, and being connected and recognize where you're not being yourself and where you are being yourself. And so it's very important, again, it's tied to your purpose here, like of you being knowing the value of your integrity and maintaining it. Is you already know why it's really important. For whatever your purpose is, whatever you're working on, is very important for that thing there. So this is the healing you're doing here, between Friday and Sunday, between Wednesday and Friday, of healing yourself in a very deep way. and releasing the old, the less than, the hardships is what you're releasing here. Stepping between Friday and Sunday, we have the Strength card. So you're having some kind of situation pop up here where you're having to have inner strength, and this is what I was saying in regards to the channel. You're gonna feel like, and this is where this energy is starting to kick off between Friday and Sunday of your theme. I feel like you're gonna feel a bit chaotic during the week in general, but between Friday and Sunday particularly is when this is gonna happen, where you're gonna feel there's disagreement, conflict around you. And the reason I say this, and this is also tied back into your theme of, you being this anchor, and things can't see you're an anchor. I'm seeing sharks swimming around you, which is very interesting. But the reason I say that is the Strength card here. The Strength basically teaches you about inner strength, about having a calm manner and being calm and strong whenever situations come before you. Pardon me. So here in the Strength card, the Fool is climbing up a rocky cliff, and it's a very tall rocky cliff, and it's a very hot day. The sun's bearing down on him. As he gets to the top of the cliff, there's this lion, and the lion sees the Fool, and the Fool gets scared, and the lion decides to open his mouth and try to eat the Fool. Sorry again. And so the Fool looks around, and he's looking around trying to figure out what he can do in this situation, because obviously the lion's trying to eat him, and he doesn't have any weapons. He can't outrun the lion. The lion's too fast. It's gonna chase him and play with him until he's dead. So he decides to pray. And as he prays, this flower maiden, she appears from behind the lion, and she puts her hands on the lion's head, and she calms the lion down. And the Fool is wondering, like, how the hell does she manage to subjugate her? And he tries to ask her, and she shushes him because she already knows what he's going to ask. And she says there's other ways of using strength other than being physical. In this case, she's talking about using inner strength. So she goes, because I'm calm and strong, the lion also became calm and strong. So, this is how the lion has calmed down. By sensing, that she's calm and strong, it also became calm and strong. Whereas in the Fool situation, when he climbed to the top of the cliff, he was fearful and anxious, so the lion became fearful and anxious and decided to eat him. So the lesson is here that no matter what shows up in front of you in your path as you're moving forward through life, you have to be determined to keep moving forward. Had the Fool obviously been calm and strong rather than fearful and anxious, the lion wouldn't have tried to eat him. So in this situation, like I'm seeing with you as well, the universe is turning you into this kind of anchor, but you still think you're a human underwater, and there's these sharks swimming around you. So it's like you're in a situation, but you might feel like you're in danger, but you're not actually in danger. The universe is like putting a barrier between you and the situation, and seeing how you respond to it. You're protected from harm. You're protected from falling and or being eaten by the lion in this situation. But the universe is testing whether or not you're going to chicken out, or whether you're going to be calm and strong. The advice, obviously, or if you're going to be determined, sorry. And the advice here, obviously, is to be calm and strong in the situation, not to chicken out, but to be determined to keep moving forwards no matter what shows up before you. And the best way to do it is to be calm and strong, no matter what situation appears in your life. If you're always calm and strong, the outcome will always be a good outcome for you. Again, like the lion as well. The lion also sensed that the woman was calm and strong, so it stepped this, it calmed down and didn't try to eat anyone. So had the woman not been there, the lion would have eaten the Fool and he would have been dead. So this situation that's coming in between Friday and Sunday is going to be a situation that's going to test you, to test your inner strength. The universe is going to test your inner strength here. I feel like quite a few people are having tests of inner strength this week, but the universe is testing your inner strength here to see what you're made of, to be honest with you. And clarifying this, like I said, we have the Ace of Wands. So this means that you're going to pass this test. You're going to see, as you're moving past this line, whatever it is, you're going to see growth within your life. You're going to see new opportunities and ideas come into your life and creativity, and you're going to feel more inspired in general. But again, you're protected from harm, even though you're going to feel like things are opposing you, things are, bad things are happening. Don't get fearful, don't get worried, don't get anxious. Instead, be calm and strong about what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, and what kind of problems are in front of you. If it's people, if it's things, whatever it is, just be calm and strong, and it will go in your favor. But it's just a test from the universe. Why is you being tested? The universe wants to give you something. The universe wants to give you some sort of material abundance here, and so the universe is testing you to see whether you're ready to receive this nurturing energy, this abundance. So this is why you're going through it at this time. So if you want that abundance, continue to be determined to move forward no matter what shows up on your path, but just be calm and strong when facing situations, and it will go out better, way better than if you're to be fearful and anxious. So let's see what your challenge is here for the week. I mean, it's pretty obvious what your challenge is, but let's see what else shows up here for you. So if you've never seen me before, the challenge is something that will affect you, whether physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, one way or another. It will show up, but when it shows up, don't give it energy. That's how you kill it off. The challenge is trying to keep you from elevating your life. It's trying to keep you from upgrading your life, and it wants to keep you in the same reality. So let's see what your challenge is. Like, your challenge here for this week is you are feeling battle weary, you're feeling fatigued, you're feeling like a wounded warrior here, like you're on your last legs. And this is because you've been investing and trying to persevere, trying to see growth. You haven't been seeing growth, like you haven't been seeing growth from what you've been investing in, what you've been planning for, and you haven't seen success yet. You haven't seen earned success. It's success unfulfilled, quite literally. And it's like you've been working towards something, your purpose. Okay, so your purpose is in regards to, and this is you've been planning, you've been investing, and you've been trying to persevere, but you're not seeing growth, and so you've been focused and worried about how this is going to take off, and how you're tired of it. You're like you're a wounded warrior, like you're on your last legs with your purpose here. It's going to block your healing that you're currently going through this week. Is going to block your healing. It's going to block your personal growth. It's going to block your transition here from hardship to more ship, I guess. From is blocking you from abundance. Sort of pointing your finger and saying, I'm on my last legs with this thing because I haven't seen anything. It's very impatient energy, or like I haven't seen. It's like, again, it comes back into you just jumping into things and just making assumptions like too quickly about things. So this is why the universe is putting you in this position this weekend, between Friday and Sunday, trying to help you see what. So this is a perfect example of where you sabotage yourself, because you're like, I'm on my last legs with it. You feel like a wounded warrior, even though you're victorious with it. Like you are victorious with it, but it's not taking off like the way you want to. Like it's still taking off, but it's like you're losing patience with it, and this is you potentially sabotaging yourself because of that. So just be mindful about that, and let's pull out your outcome here for the week to see what your outcome is going to be given all of this information and energy. So your outcome for this week is you are gaining mastery over yourself. You're mastering yourself here and understanding what the universe is trying to teach you at this time. You're gaining mastery, gaining some wisdom, gaining much more respect for yourself, much more respect for your path, taking leadership of your life. as well as being somebody that's more in alignment with your truth. And this is allowing you to move very quickly, being swept along almost by here by the universe, away from being into being dissatisfied and bored and unhappy with the way things are working out in your life, apathetic towards them, because you've been working diligently, and you've been putting in the work trying to master yourself here, and being honing your skills. Like, you feel like you've honed your skills quite significantly, and you have, but you're still feeling this energy, but you're being moved away from this, because now you're at a point where you have gained your foundation in this purpose, or whatever it is. You've built the foundation. That's the whole reason you've still been in this energy. You've been building this foundation within your purpose, also within your life, and so, like, you're no longer conforming to a way of being that is basically just jumping to conclusions. You're using your spiritual wisdom now in situations to help you navigate, rather than judging the book by its cover, which leads to you sabotaging yourself. And what you're moving quickly towards is this breakthrough here by the end of this week, in regards to what has influenced you in the past to make you believe that life is a certain way, that your life is meant to be a certain way, which was much more less than what you're truly deserving of. And so you're having a breakthrough and becoming free of the past energies, past influences, perhaps even family when you were innocent, that have put you into this Nine of Wands energy. This is where this Nine of Wands energy has come from, and this pressure has come from upon you, where you feel like this wounded warrior. It's because of your family. That's where it's actually coming from, or people that have influenced you in your past and have put you in this Nine of Wands energy of feeling like this wounded warrior, because you had to earn your success. You had to overly work for people to recognize you, and so you were in this state of having to do the most, having to convince people, had to battle for recognition, had to battle for happiness. And so you're having a breakthrough in removing this energy and returning your energy. This is the energy that you're going to be embodying by the end of the week, of you feeling content, feeling abundant, feeling fulfilled, and knowing that all your dreams are indeed coming true here. Let's pull you out one more. Forced change happening within your life. The universe is again putting you in this position, and you're learning very quickly. The universe is showing up here as a parent figure for you, because your parents weren't necessarily there to teach you things, and so the universe has been taking an active role in your life and teaching you, and you have been learning. And so the universe is blessing you with this energy, removing you from stagnant energy and putting you in this energy of your dreams coming true, you believing your dreams are coming true, and you just feeling fulfilled just in general and content with the way your life is going, because you have everything that you can see. He's quite happy. He's got all these cups on his table. You're just quite happy with who you are and who you're becoming, and this is who you're becoming, the emperor within your life, living by your own rules, living by your own structures. So yeah, very action orientated, by the way. And so I'm going to leave your reading here. It's a really good reading for you. If you did like the reading, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my website is down in the description. Other than that, have a fantastic week, and I shall see you